What is up, you guys? The King1337 coming with my tested series. Today we're going to be talking about an indie game that goes by the name of Titan Souls. It's going to be an action platformer style, top-down looking. It gets that really good Genesis vibe. Without further ado, we're going to hop on in, and as you can see here, your main character is going to be predominantly in the sort of center of your screen. The concept is you have one arrow. You're a one-shot person, and you have to defeat a series of bosses to open up a series of gates to kind of progress through the game. It's a very brief synopsis without giving away too much. But as you can see here, I'm kind of shooting the arrow, and it cuts these enemies in half, and then it comes back. I can retract it. When you do retract the arrow, you're unable to move, which adds another level of difficulty to it. You do have a roll, and you do have a run. I found that when using a controller, you could only roll and then run. There was no initial run option, which I thought was kind of weird. But one of the coolest things to me is actually the highly unique art style. Everything in this game is just so well done to me, and I think it's just such a gorgeous game. As you can see here, this right here is the world map. It's some of the stuff from their art book. Everything looks gorgeous. I mean, you have a fire map here, which is just another kind of unique aspect. You have an ice map, and then you're going to have another like little plains area. You have Darkwood Forest, and you have other maps that I don't show on here that I'm just going to let you guys kind of discover for yourself if you decide it's a game that you want to try out. But all the bosses are going to be pretty much the same concept, where like in this one, for example, you're trying to shoot the heart. And then there's other bosses where you're trying to do a series of different things, but inevitably it shoot them in one very weak position. And they're basically a one-shot kill just like you are. But it's predominantly a puzzle, and it's a challenge to somewhat figure out like what the weakness is and how to shoot them and how to avoid their offensive tactics. So it is a very challenging game. We're going to traverse through some of the terrains right now. This right here is going to be the snow biome, which, as you can see, like I said, just the art style to me is just so impressive. Everything about it just looks so beautiful. When you transition over to the fire biome, it's completely different, yet it still keeps that kind of same vibe. And it's just so impressive to me because the whole game, you can just walk from one platform to the other. And whenever you're switching these different areas and platforms, it's just very seamless, and it feels like the same, even though within 2 or 3 seconds you can go from the tundra to this. There's going to be some of the characters. You can see like a Yeti, which is one of the bosses. You can see your character animations. And like I said, and here's even one of the wallpapers for the game. Just everything about this art style I just absolutely adore. I think it's probably one of my favorite art styles ever to date. General concept is to beat a series of bosses and try not to die in a series of unique ways, which I'm going to be kind of showcasing here, of the many different bosses and the many different ways that they can slay you. The unique thing though is everything's a puzzle, from the maps to the way in which you kill the bosses. All the bosses have unique challenges, and then also the maps themselves change whenever you beat certain bosses and whenever you go through certain doorways in a certain series of events. So the game in itself is just one big puzzle on top of a puzzle, which continues to bring unique and difficult challenges. I do think this is one of the more difficult games I've played in recent history. Makes me kind of feel like the old Genesis days when games were meant to actually be a struggle to be beaten. I definitely get that vibe with this game, and it's something that I do really enjoy because with such simplistic commands, when you really only have a roll function and a run function, which is the same, a shoot function and a retract bullet, which is the same, and then simple movement commands, the fact that they do make this game so engaging and so unique to every different boss and every different terrain, and still with so many puzzles and keep it so compelling and challenging, I do think that is really impressive to do for an indie game. All in all, I really enjoy this game. I highly recommend it. I enjoyed it greatly, and I hope that you all do as well. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or need to know anything else about the game, feel free to let me know down in the description below. And as always, guys, thank you for watching this video. It helps me out a ton. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.